हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let us continue our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 1, text 17 onwards. But let's chant our Mangalacharan prayers first. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीरा य आहवे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम् नेत्रै पिबन्तो नयनाभिरामम् पार्थास्त्रपूतः पदमापुरस्य अहोबकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघ्रांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। अशेषसङ्क्लेश शमं विधात्ते गुणानुवादश्रवणं मुरारे, किं वा पुनस्तच्चरणारविन्द परागसेवारतिरात्मलब्ध्वा। सोऽहं नृणां क्षुल्लसुखाय दुःखं महद्गतानां विरमाय तस्य प्रवर्तये भागवतं पुराणं यदाह साक्षात् भगवान् ऋषिभ्यः। त्वं भक्तियोग परिभावितहृत्सरोज सरोज आस्ये श्रुते क्षितपथो ननु नाथ पुंसाम् यद्यधियात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तत्तद्वपु प्रणयसे सदनुग्रहाय। सोऽसावदभ्रकरुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेमस्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भम् उत्थाय विश्वविजयाय च नो विषादम् माध्या गिरा पनयतात् पुरुषः पुराणः। ससर्जाग्रेन्दतामिस्रम् अथ तामिस्रमादिकृत् महामोहं च मोहं च तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तयः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hmm. Mukta Sangha Prabhu, please start from verse number 17.
Thank you, Prabhu. सा नि- सा निर्गतः कौरवपुण्यलब्धो गजाह्वयातीतपदः पदानि अन्वाक्र अन्वाक्रमत्पुण्यचिकीर्षयोऽप्याम् अधिष्ठितो यानि सहस्रमूर्तिः. Translation by Divine Grace Bhakti Vaibhava Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By his piety, Vidura achieved the advantages of the pious Kauravas. After leaving Hastinapura, he took shelter of many places of pilgrimages, which are the Lord's lotus feet. With the desire to gain a high order of pious life, he traveled to holy places where thousands of transcendental forms of the Lord are situated. Thank you for the practice.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mukta Sangha Prabhu. So, Mahatma Vidur, although he always tried to benefit his brother Maharaj Dhritarashtra by giving him sound, scripturally based, dharma based advice, he was hated. Yes, Krishna Pramodini Mataji, you want to say something? You raised your hand.
Prabhuji, we need to start. Oh, sorry.
We need to start what? You have to unmute Mataji.
We need to start from 16, I think.
Go from 16. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sorry.
16.
Okay. Okay. So Krishna Pramodini Mataji, you only read
Okay.
16. Where are you?
Okay. Yeah, okay. स्वयं धनुर्द्वारि निधाय मायां भ्रातुः पुरो मर्मसुताडितोऽपि सयुक्तम् अत्युल्बणकर्णबाणैर्गतव्यतो यादुरुमानयानः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Thus being pierced by arrows through his ears and afflicted to the core of his heart, Vidura placed his bow on the door and quit his brother's palace. He was not sorry, for he considered the acts of the external energy to the Supreme. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Krishna Pramodini Mataji. Hare Krishna. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter 1, Text 16. Vidur, although he was always giving good advice to Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, they hated him. At least Duryodhan, Dushasan, Shakuni, Karna, they disliked Mahatma Vidur because his advice was contrary to their nefarious plans. A materialistic person detests when someone gives advice that is opposed to their evil plans. Whereas a devotee makes his personal plans subservient to the advice and desires of the superiors. Indra wanted to kill the son of Hiranyakashipu as soon as the son came out of the womb of Hiranyakashipu's wife Kayadu. But when Shripad Narad Muni told Indradev that that child is a Mahabhagavat, Indradev circumambulated Kayadu, offered obeisances to the child in the womb and left. He listened to good advice. That is the difference between a Sur and Asur. Asurs don't listen to good advice. They may even get angry, like Duryodhan. And devotees sometimes may be mistaken. But when they are given good advice, they immediately accept it. When Vidur gave good advice to Maharaj Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan got angry because he thought Vidur was supporting the Pandavas. Actually, Vidur was not supporting Pandavas. Vidur is incarnation of Yamaraj. He is Dharmaraj. He was supporting Dharma. And Duryodhan was on the side of Adharma, irreligion. Therefore, Duryodhan got angry and he insulted Vidur, spoke very unkind, insulting words, and told him to get out. Words can cause a lot of damage, just like a weapon. Here, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Vidur was pierced by arrows. These arrows were the words of Duryodhan, and they pierced through his ears, they pierced the core of his heart. And he placed his bow on the door and walked out. He quit the palace. And he was not sorry. Gatavyatho. He was not sorry for having to leave that house because he considered it as Krishna's plan. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna is never disturbed or perturbed by an awkward position created by the external energy of the Lord, this material world. The three modes of material nature are doing everything. Srila Prabhupada quotes in Sri Bhagavad Gita 3.27, it is stated, Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimodhatma kartaham iti manyate. A conditioned soul is absorbed in material existence under the influence of the three modes of material nature, Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. And in this way, absorbed in the false ego, which is affected by the three modes of material nature, he thinks that he is doing everything. Materialistic people think that they are doing everything. So commonly it is said, I am a self-made man. How many times we hear that? I am a self-made man. People want to take credit for what they have done, and they want to completely discount the contribution of others. It is like a student saying that I came the top of my class because of myself. That is not the whole truth. So many personalities have contributed to the success of the student. The parents gave shelter, love, house, food, money. The teachers taught. So many teachers have taught over the years. They all have a contribution in the success. To say that it is my success is very selfish. Ahankar, vimodhatma, bewildered by ahankar, ahamkar, me. Karta aham iti manyate. They think that I am the doer. Further down, Srila Prabhupada says that Duryodhana was like that. He was ahankar, vimodhatma. He could not accept the sound advice of Vidur. On the contrary, he insulted Mahatma Vidur. Vidur could understand this because he was a pure devotee of the Lord. In spite of being very strongly insulted by Duryodhan's words, Vidur could see that Duryodhan was acting under the Maya, external energy of Krishna. He didn't take it personally. He took it, okay, this is Krishna's arrangement. Krishna wants me to leave now. And he used that as an opportunity to come closer to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada further down in the purport says the word gata vyathaha, without being sorry, is significant here because Vidur was relieved from the tribulations of material activities. I don't have to be with this materialistic people anymore. I get to leave. I get to leave their bad association. He therefore thought that there was no need to defend his brother with his bow. No need to fight on behalf of Duryodhan or Dhritarashtra because his brother was meant for ruination. He knew that. So Vidur putting his bow down was a sign, indication that Duryodhan, you are finished. There is no point fighting for you. You are finished. You have already lost. Thus, Vidur left the palace before Duryodhan could act. Maya, the supreme energy of the Lord, acted here both internally and externally. Internally for Vidur. Mahatmanas tu mam partha daivim prakriti ashrita. Devotee is daivi prakriti ashrita. So for devotee, the internal potency works. This whole episode of Vidur being kicked out of the palace worked in his favor because it brought him closer to Krishna, as we will see in the subsequent verse. But for Duryodhan, it was an act of Krishna's bewildering, illusory external energy, Maya. Now, our Mukta Sangha Prabhu has read verse number 17. By his piety, Vidur achieved the advantages of the pious Kauravas. He, after leaving Hastinapur, took shelter of many places of pilgrimages. How he took advantage? He left the Kauravas and he visited holy places, which are the Lord's lotus feet. Tirtha Pada Padani. With a desire to gain the high order of pious life, means to make spiritual advancement, he traveled to holy places where thousands of transcendental forms of the Lord are situated. Places like Vrindavan, where there are more than 5,000 temples, holy place. If we go there and we do bhajan, we make spiritual advancement. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Vidur was undoubtedly a highly elevated and pious soul. Otherwise, he would not have taken his birth in the Kaurav family. So we get birth also based on our previous karma. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said that these children who are born in Krishna conscious families, our children, they are not ordinary boys and girls. They were pious in their previous life. They were devotees in their previous life. That is why Suchinam Shrimatam Gehe. They were Bhrashta yogis. They were yogis. They were on the path of yoga, but they could not attain Siddhi. They could not attain perfection. So they have come to take birth in pious families, which are pure, Shuchi, pure families, where from childhood they will be hearing and chanting Harinam. They will be seeing Shri Vigraha Seva, Puja, deity worship. They will get association of Vaishnavas. They will have access to Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and other scriptures. So they will get all opportunity. Why? Because previously they have read Srimad Bhagavatam. Previously they have associated with sadhus. Previously they have chanted Harinam. So they are progressing. Vidur also took birth in the very famous Kaurav family because of his very elevated nature. And we know he was one of the 12 Mahajans in his previous life. He is Yamraj. To have high parentage, to possess wealth, to be highly learned, and to have great personal beauty are due to past pious acts. I would like all of you to note down this sentence of Srila Prabhupada in this purport. Srila Prabhupada is saying to be born to very accomplished parents, to be born in a family with a silver spoon, in a wealthy family, to have very high education, and to be personally, physically very fit healthy, attractive, beautiful. These are all because of previous pious acts. So these are advantages. We have done good activities, therefore we get these attributes. Birth in a high-class family, wealth, educational qualifications, good health, and personal beauty and strength. It is because of our past pious activities. But such pious possessions are not sufficient for obtaining the grace of Lord Krishna and being engaged in bhakti, the transcendental loving service of Krishna. So here is a distinction. There is Sukriti and there is Bhakti Poshak Sukriti. All these things, money, beauty, wealth, fame, education, these are material attributes. They are because of Punya Karma, material pious activities. They have nothing to do with bhakti. Nothing to do with bhakti. Bhakti is completely different. Prabhupada clearly says, this sentence also I would like you to note down. But such pious possessions are not sufficient to obtain the grace of Krishna and obtain bhakti. Now, devotee is always very humble. So Prabhupada says, Vidur considered himself less pious. He thought that I don't have piety. Therefore, I am being driven out of this palace. So let me engage in activities that are not just Prakrit Sukriti, but Bhakti Poshak Sukriti. Sukriti or pious activities are of two types. Prakrit Sukriti means mundane piety, which will lead to beauty, strength, health, wealth, material enjoyment. And there is Bhakti Poshak Sukriti, which will lead to sadhu sangha, which will lead to interest in chanting Harinam. It will lead to satsang and spiritual advancement. At that time, Krishna was personally present in the world, and Vidur could have at once approached Krishna directly, but he did not do so because he was not sufficiently freed from sin. Humility of a devotee. He did not feel himself qualified to directly approach Krishna. One cannot be 100% devoted to Lord Krishna unless and until one is completely free from all effects of sin. Mahatma Vidur was conscious that by association of Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, he had lost his piety. Dekho. Another example is Shri Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. Hai na? Tabir Kha Sakar Malik. They considered themselves not even Hindus because they had worked for a Muslim king, Muslim government, intimately associating with the beef eaters. They considered themselves very sinful. Similarly, Vidur, because he had associated with Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan, he also considered himself very sinful. In Shri Bhagavad Gita 7.28, this is confirmed in the following verse. What is confirmed? That one cannot become 100% devoted to Krishna unless one is completely free from sin. Krishna says, Yesham dantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante maam drida vrataha. Yesham antagatam papam. We have to be completely sinless. Then we can do bhajante maam drida vrata. We have to become punya. Jananam punya karma. Persons who are sinful asuras like Kamsa and Jarasandh cannot think of Lord Krishna. Matirna Krishna parata svatova. Mithobi padayet griha vratana. Adanta gobhir vishitam tameshram. Punah punascharvita charvananam. If we are Adanta gobhir, Matirna Krishna. Adanta gobhir means uncontrolled senses. Go means senses. Adanta means uncontrolled. Shri Prahlad Maharaj says in the 7th canto, if we are Adanta gobhir, our senses are uncontrolled, then Matirna Krishna. We will not be able to fix our mind on Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada taught us to live a sinless lifestyle. We have to see what are the sinful things we are doing in our life. and try to eliminate them if we are serious about Krishna consciousness. We have to analyze ourselves, my dear friends. Right now, close your eyes and think what activities we are doing that are breaking the four regulative principles. And if we are serious about Krishna consciousness, Mahajanoena Gathasa Panta, if we want to follow the path of Mahajans like Vidur, then we have to give it up. Was it uncomfortable for Vidur to give up his house? Yes, of course. He didn't know where he was going. He did not know where his next meal will come from. But he was willing to pay the price to get Krishna. When God consciousness, Krishna consciousness is developed, one can take advantage of the association of pure devotees. Otherwise, association will be there, but we cannot take advantage of that association. In the city we are living, a pure devotee may come, but oh, I am too busy. Oh, I have got office. Oh, program is very late. I will not go. Programs run late, very inconvenient. I want to sleep and snore. I will not go for satsang. Like that. Pure devotee has come in town, but they will not go. Why? Because they are sinful people. When Krishna consciousness is developed, then one can take association of pure devotees. Syan Mahat Sevaya Viprah Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. One is able to associate with Lord Krishna even during the existence of this life. It is possible. In this life also it is possible, provided we follow the path of bhakti. Prabhupada talks about the importance of going and visiting the holy places. In the last paragraph, Srila Prabhupada says, in the land of Bharatvarsha, there are many hundreds and thousands of places of pilgrimage all over the country. And by traditional practice, the common man visits such holy places during all the seasons of the year. In summer, we will go saying that, oh, it is Jhulan Yatra. I want to go. There is Balram Jayanti. I want to go. In the winter, we will go saying that, oh, it's Kartik. We go for Kartik Yatra. Monsoon season, we will go saying Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Balram Jayanti. I want to go. Like that, we'll always find some reason to go. The Lord is present at Mathura, the birthplace of Lord Krishna, as Ādi Keshav. The Lord is present at Puri, Orissa, as Lord Jagannath, also known as Purushottam. He is present at Allahabad, Prayag, as Bindu Madhav. At Mandar Hill, Mandarachal, he is present as Madhusudan. In the Anandaranya, he is known as Vasudev. Padmanabh and Janardhan at Vishnu Kanchi, he is known as Vishnu. And at Mayapur, he is known as Hari. There are millions and billions of such archa forms, deity forms of Lord, distributed all over the universe. All these archa murtis are summarized in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in the following words. Sarvatra prakashatar bhakte sukha dite jagatera adharmanashi dharma sthapite. What is Krishna doing in the form of his deity? Krishna has distributed himself all over the universe. Sarvatra Prakash Tara. For what purpose? Bhakte Sukha Dite. To give pleasure to the devotees. Krishna has appeared in the forms of different deities all over the world. Jagatera Adharma Nashi. And in the form of these deities, Krishna destroys the irreligion, adharma in the world. And dharma sthapite. He establishes dharma, which means the deity form of Krishna is non-different from Krishna's Swarup. Because what is the purpose of Krishna's Swarup? Who can explain the connection here? How the deity is non-different from Krishna based on this verse of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Raise your hand. Shama Kishori Mataji, go ahead, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, Nitya Lila Gaurangi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Is it because when Lord comes, he comes to destroy adharma and establish the dharma? So that's what even deity does.
What is the verse?
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata. And then
Next.
paritranaya
Yes.
sadhunam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami.
Correct. Very good. Excellent. Perfect. So Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita that I come paritranaya sadhunam. Bhakta sukhe dite. Vinashaya dushkritam. Jage tera adharma nashi. And dharma samsthapanarthaya. Dharma samsthapite. So this verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita exactly maps to what Krishna does as he himself declares in Sri Bhagavad Gita. And this is Sarvatra Prakashataram. This is the different manifestations of deities of Krishna all over the world. The deity destroys irreligion, establishes dharma, and gives pleasure to the devotees. Shri Radha Raman Lal ki Jai. What is the connection? Shama Kishore Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Connection. Open the Gaudiya calendar. What is the connection? Yes, Manju Bhashini Malini Mataji. What is the connection?
Today Gopal Pada Goswami appearance to
Hari
Ramachandra
Hari. Shri Radha Raman Lal ki Jai. हरी बोल सब लोग जय बोलो जोर से
Jai.
श्री राधा रमण लाल की
जय
श्री गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी पाद की
जय
जय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. These deities of Krishna that are present, Madan Mohan, Radha Govind ji, Radha Gopinath, Radha Raman, Shri Bake Bihari Lal, Shri Radha Vallabh, Shri Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radha Damodar. They are all doing exactly what Krishna does because they are Krishna. There is no difference. Okay. Shama Vallavi Mataji, please read verse number 18.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Text
Dandavat.
number 18. Pureshu punyo pavanadri kunjesh vapangato yeshu sarit sarasu anantalingai samalankriteshu chachara tirtha yataneshvananyaha. Translation. He began to travel alone, thinking only of Krishna through various holy places like Ayodhya, Dwaraka and Mathura. He traveled where the air, hill, orchard, river and lake are all pure and sinless, and where the forms of the unlimited decorate the temples. Thus he performed the pilgrim's progress. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So Mahatma Vidur traveled alone. But what he was doing was, he was always thinking of Krishna. Ananya. He was Ananyas Chintayantama. He was always thinking of Krishna. And he went to various holy places like Mathura Puri, Ayodhya Puri, Dwarka Puri. He traveled to all these holy places which are very, very pure. Very pure, these holy places. Places of pilgrimage. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, these archa forms of the Lord, means Shri Vigraha, the deity forms of the Lord, are considered to be idols or statues. Just the other day, one devotee, after a class, came to me and told me privately, Prabhu, are you not afraid of going to hell? You are preaching about all these deities, talking about all these deities. Don't you know that idolatry is a sure shot way to go to hell. She actually asked me, quite frankly. The archa forms of the Lord may be considered as idols. By who? By the faithless, the atheists. But that does not matter for persons like Vidur. For the devotees, it doesn't matter what the atheists think. It should not matter. Srila Prabhupada explains how the Archa Murti, the deity, is directly Krishna. Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Vrajendra Nandan. Now we'll go to the next verse. Sharada Radhika Mataji, please read verse number 19.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you. गां पर्यटन्मेध्य विविक्तवृत्तिः सदा प्लुतोधशयनोऽवधूतः अलोक्षितः स्वैरवधूतवेषो व्रतानि चेरे हरितोषणानि. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhakti Vaibhava Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: while traversing the earth, he simply performed duties to please the Supreme Lord Hari. His occupation was pure and independent. He was constantly sanctified by taking his bath in holy places, although he was in the dress of mendicant and had no hair dressing nor a bed on which to lie. Thus, he was always unseen by his various relatives. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. This verse number 19 describes the activities of Mahatma Vidur as he traveled. He traveled Avadhuta Vesho. He traveled like a Avadhut. And most importantly, Hari Toshanani. Whatever he did it Hari Toshanani, to please Lord Hari. That was his objective. He kept himself very pure by always thinking of Krishna and always wanting to please Krishna. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says how we should go on pilgrimage. We all go on pilgrimage to Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham, Shri Dwarka Dham, Shri Badrik Ashram. So many holy places we go. So we should know how to go, what to do. Prabhupada is telling in the purport, so let's read. The first and foremost duty of a pilgrim is to satisfy the Supreme Lord Hari. To satisfy Lord Hari. What will please Krishna? While traveling as a pilgrim, one should not be worried about pleasing society. So we go to some temple, people catch us, paisa do, dakshina do, matha teko, bow your head down, give money, give money. We get scared. Oh my God, I have come to the holy dham. These are dhamvasis. They're asking for money. What to do? I cannot displease them. We should not worry. Srila Prabhupada is saying, don't worry about pleasing the society. A sadhu will never ask for money. Never. When Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj was asked this question, very straightforward, that we go to holy places, the dhams, and there people ask for money, local people ask for money. So what should we do to please them? Should we give them money? The video is there on YouTube. You can see Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj is sitting in Bhakti Vedanta manner, and a Mataji is asking this question. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj clearly answers, a sadhu will not ask you for money. A sadhu is doing bhajan. Vidur is not going around asking for money. He has given up money and he is traveling to please Krishna. So we should not be afraid. When people catch us in the holy place and they say money, 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 fold their hands, say Hare Krishna and go to a different place. There is no need to cater to such people and be afraid. Dakshina should be given to qualified people, to the sadhus, Vaishnav Seva. Prabhupada says, while traveling as a pilgrim, one should not be worried about pleasing society. There is no need to depend on social formalities or occupation or dress. Just because their occupation is that they are panda, or their occupation is this, that, or they are wearing a certain dress, we should not encourage. Because if we give, then they will be encouraged. And there are more devotees, innocent devotees will come, they will be caught, they will be harassed for money, and then they will leave the dham with such a negative impression. Why? Because we are supporting them. We give them money and encouraging them. So, as devotees, we should be very polite, very respectful, and we should serve. Where there is a need, we should serve. Somebody doesn't have clothes, give them clothes. Somebody is hungry, give them prasad. What does it need to give money? Because then they think begging in this holy place, harassing pilgrims can be a nice, lucrative profession. So we should not be scared. One should always remain absorbed in the function of pleasing the Lord. Krishna consciousness. Thus, sanctified by thought and action, one is able to realize the Supreme Lord Krishna by the process of a pilgrim's journey. That's how we make progress. Now, Rishi Prabhu, please read verse number 20.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 20. Ittham vrajan bharatam eva varsham kalena yavad gatavan prabhasam tavaccha shasa shitim ekachakram ekatapatram ajitrena parthaha. Translations and purports by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thus, when he was in the land of Bharatavarsha, traveling to all the places of pilgrimage, he visited Prabha Kshetra. At that time, Maharaj Yudhishthir was the emperor and held the world under one military strength and one flag. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, he traveled to the various holy places, including Prabhas Kshetra, where the Moshal Leela took place. More than 5,000 years ago, when Saint Vidur was traveling the earth as a pilgrim, India was known as Bharatvarsha, as it is known even today. The history of the world cannot give any systematic account for more than 3,000 years into the past. But before that, the whole world was under the flag and military strength of Maharaj Yudhishthir, who was the emperor of the world. At present, there are hundreds and thousands of national flags flapping in the United Nations. But during the time of Mahatma Vidur, there was, by the grace of Ajit, Lord Krishna, only one flag. The nations of the world are very eager to again have one state under one flag. But for this, they must seek the favor of Lord Krishna, who alone can help them become one worldwide nation. Everyone can come under one flag. Imagine if everyone comes under the flag of Krishna. Krishna's flag. Then there will be so much peace and harmony. This Vedic system is so scientific. Daivi Varnashram is so scientific. Everybody can be happy. But unfortunately, because of selfishness and because of ignorance, the world leaders don't want to accept. They have created communism because they say that why some people should be rich and some people should be poor. Same salary for everybody. But actually, Prabhupada said there is spiritual communism where we understand that everybody, Mama Amsha Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, that everybody, Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityadas, everybody is the same soul. And therefore, everybody should be given the same opportunity to make progress in Krishna consciousness. That is spiritual communism. In capitalism, people are just beg, borrow, steal, rat race, corporate world, move ahead, make more money, work hard, and gratify your senses. That is the aim of life. But in Krishna consciousness, we understand that money is meant to serve Krishna. It is not my money. Why in capitalist society people are so eager to work and climb up the corporate ladder because they think I will get the money and I will enjoy like anything. Any mall I can go, any cruise vacation I can enjoy. Best hotels will welcome me if I have got this very big fat credit card, black card, platinum card, whatever they call it. People like to flash their material opulence. But in Krishna consciousness, we understand that money belongs to Krishna. It's not our money. Prabhupada would fight even with a taxiwala if the taxiwala tried to cheat Prabhupada. Why? Because Prabhupada knew this is Krishna's money. This has to be used in Krishna's service, according to Dharma. So all these systems, capitalism, communism, and the intention behind them may be noble. People want to be happy, people want to be fair, but they don't know how to get there. Their intention is good. They want peace and happiness, but they don't know how to achieve it. Bhagavatam is telling us how to achieve it, but people don't want to listen. Aishwarya Satyabhama Mataji, please read verse number 21. Tatratu Shushrav Surit Vinashtim, like that.
Prabhuji, I'm in Gopal Bhatta Goswami Appearance Day program. So I'm in temple, so I didn't get the book.
Oh, no problem, no problem. You please continue. Saroja Nandini Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Pranam.
And no problem.
Text 21. Tatrata sushrava suhrid vinashtim vanam yatha venujavahni samshrayam samspardhaya dagdamatanushocham sarasvatim pratyagya tushnim. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. At the place of pilgrimage at Prabhasa, it came to his knowledge that all his relatives had died due to violent passion, just as an entire forest burns due to fire produced by the friction of bamboos. After this, he proceeded to where the river Saraswati flows west.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So Mahatma Vidur went to Prabhasa Kshetra, where he found out how the Yadu Vansha had been destroyed. He also came to know that the Kurukshetra war has finished in just 18 days. And all his relatives, the Pandavas, Kauravas, majority of them are dead and gone. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, both the Kauravas and the Yadavas were relatives of Vidur. And Vidur heard of their extinction due to war. Kauravas died in the Kurukshetra war. Yadavas died in Prabhakshetra. Vidur went for a long time on pilgrimage, on foot. Many years passed. And afterwards, when he came to Prabhasa Kshetra, he found out that Yadus are also gone and Kauravas are also gone. And here it is said, Venuja Vahani, fire due to rubbing of bamboo sticks. Venu, flute is also made from bamboo stick. Just like Yatha Venuja Vahani, how fire is born from rubbing of bamboo sticks, Vanam in the forest. Similarly, there was a fire of war, fighting, and the Kuru Vansha was destroyed and the Yadav Vansha also was destroyed. I am remembering today is the appearance day of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Anybody can remember anything connected to Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami? and producing fire? Who knows? One who knows is a Brijvasi. What is the connection between Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami and producing fire? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. Okay. Parima Mataji?
Have I done something wrong, Prabhu, today?
No.
I don't know. I'm not a Brajvasi. So you don't know how many lifetimes it will take.
You are a Barsanavasi. Hare Krishna. Yes, Parima Mataji.
Prabhuji, I am not a Brajvasi in the first place, and I am not at all qualified. But from what
You
I
are
have,
all Brajvasis. You are all Brajvasis.
Prabhuji, but from what I have heard,
Everyone unmute. And today on Gopal Bhatta Goswami's appearance day, everyone declare, I am a Brajvasi. Mamastu Vrindavana eva.
Vrindavan eva vasa.
Hello.
Namaste.
Sir, Brajvasis.
Ādi Gadādhara Prabhu. Vivo.
Because of you, Prabhuji.
Because Srila Prabhupada is a Brajvasi. That's why we are all Brajvasis. Okay, Parima Mataji, you know what is the connection between Gopal Bhatta Goswami and producing fire?
Prabhuji,
Venucha Bahani?
and all I know is, Prabhuji, that fire has been burning has been going on since the last 500 years in the kitchen.
Very good. Yes, exactly. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, during the installation of Radharamanji, to cook for Radharaman,
Yes.
the first fire that was created to cook for Radharaman was produced by Gopal Bhatta Goswami by rubbing sticks. And that divine fire has been maintained throughout the centuries till today. All the ghee lamps that are offered to Radharaman, all the cooking that happens to Radharaman is taken from that fire. The original fire that Gopal Bhatta Goswami lit for his Radharamanla. So I was reminded of that with this Venuja Vahani. And also I'm reminded of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. When devotees in our Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya family, they were fighting, then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was not happy. And he told his beloved disciple, Sri Abhay Charana Arvinda Das, who later on became our Prabhupada, that there is a fire in the mutt. Devotees are fighting for pieces of property, pieces of marble. Better we strip all the marble from the mutt, sell it, and with the money, print books. If you ever get money, print books. So fire also indicates infighting amongst devotees, which is very destructive and displeasing to the society of devotees and to the spiritual masters, respectively. Srila Prabhupada says, the comparison of the friction of forest bamboos to that of passionate human societies is appropriate. The whole world is compared to a forest. Listen carefully. I'm going to ask a question. At any moment, there may be a flare-up of fire in the forest due to friction. No one goes to the forest to set it on fire, but due only to friction between bamboos, fire takes place and burns an entire forest. Similarly, in the greater forest of worldly transaction, the fire war takes place between the violent passion of the conditioned souls, illusioned by the external energy. Such a worldly fire can be extinguished only by the water of the mercy cloud of saints, just as a forest fire can be extinguished only by rains falling from a cloud. Just like we don't ask for a forest fire, but the forest fire just starts. Similarly, we may not ask for trouble in this material world, but trouble will come. We just go for an annual physical and we find out we have got cancer. Happens all the time. When I ask my patients, So how did it all start? Oh, I was just having some pain in my belly and I thought maybe it's indigestion. Went to the primary care physician, gave some medicines, didn't work. Then after a few weeks, finally got a CT scan and I found out it's all over. It's in my liver, it's in the lymph node, it's gone to the lungs. All the time, it happens like that. Nobody looks for trouble, but trouble comes. And when it will be our number to get that diagnosis, we don't know. Kamala dalajala, jivana talaman. We don't know when the dewdrop of our life will slip and fall and finished. We don't know. So therefore, kaumaram acharet prajna. From childhood, we should try to take to Krishna consciousness. Nishwasa nahi vishwasa kadarudho bhavishyati. Kirtaniya mata balyat harer naam eva kevala. Therefore, always we should chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Always we should think of Krishna. Tasmad sarveshu kaleshu Krishna anusmar. To always remember Krishna. Krishna is saying. Question. What is the verse for the last sentence of the purport? Shama Vallavi Mataji was ready. She knew the question.
Samsara dava nalanida loka tranaya karunya gana ganatum praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guru Sri Charanarvindam.
Very good. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. So Mataji, did you read a verse today?
Yes, Prabhuji, I read.
You read? So who did not read? Okay, Ashtasakhi Mataji and Radharanjan Prabhu together, both of you, verse number 22.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Tasyam tritasyo shanano manuscha prithoratange vasitasya vayu tirtham sadasya gavaguhasya yashraddha devasya sa atiseve.
Very nice. Translation.
On the bank of the river Saraswati, there were 11 places of pilgrimage, namely Tirtha, Usana, Manu, Prithu, Agni, Asita, Vayu, Sudasa, Go, Guha, and Sridadeva. Vidura visited all of them and duly performed rituals. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So Vidurji visited all the holy places on the bank of river Saraswati. So it looks like in those days, the Saraswati river was still very much visible and manifest. Text 23. Aradhya Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Pranam. Anyani cheha dvijadeva deve kritani nanayatanani Vishnu pratyangamukhāyankita mandirani yaddarsanat Krishnam anusmaranti. Translation. There were also many other temples of various forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, established by great sages and demigods. These temples were marked with the chief emblems of the Lord, and they reminded one always of the original personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Atha Pumbir Duja Shrestha Varnashrama Vibhagasha Swanushtitasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. The purpose of Varnashram Dharma is to please Krishna. Smartavya Satatam Vishnu, Vismartavya Majatuchit. All the Vidhi Nished of the Vedas are meant to teach us that Krishna is always to be remembered and never to be forgotten. Everything in society should be created in such a way that we are reminded of Krishna. Therefore, devotees, when they answer the phone or they meet, they will say, Hare Krishna. they will have a tilak or kanthi, which immediately reminds of Krishna. One day I was in the hospital and I was in the clinic, and the medical assistant came to me and said, previously I used to work in the clinic also, came and told me that there is a walk-in patient. Walk-in patient means patient doesn't have an appointment. Patient has just walked in. Now it's up to the doctor whether they want to see or no. There's a walk-in patient. Do you want to see? So I wanted to see, is it an established patient or some new patient who has just walked in? I said, what is the name? She said, name is Mr. Das. I said, Mr. Das? She said, yes, Mr. Das. I said, I would like to see who Mr. Das is. And it was Ghansham Prabhu, our temple pujari, Ghansham Prabhu. So the nurse asked him, what is your last name? What is your first name? Ghansham. Last name? Das. So she came and said, it's Mr. Das. So even the name of a devotee reminds one of Krishna, Ghansham Das. Srila Prabhupada says everything is meant to remind us of Krishna. The sages or persons who completely devoted themselves to spiritual upliftment of the entire human society were called Dvija Deva, or best amongst the twice born. The denizens of superior planets from the moon planet and upwards are called Deva. Both the Dvija Devas and Devas always establish temples of Lord Vishnu in his various forms, such as Shri Govinda, Madhusudan, Narasimha, Madhava, Keshava, Narayana, Padmanabh, Parthasarathi, and many others. Then Srila Prabhupada says Lord Vishnu has 4 hands, Chaturbhuj Murti, and in each hand he holds a particular item, Shankha, Chakra, Padma, Gada, either the conch shell, chakra, club, or lotus flower. Of these 4 emblems, the chakra or the wheel is the chief. Lord Krishna, being the original Vishnu, Ramadi Murtishu Kalaniyamena Tishtan Nana Avatar Karotu Kintu, Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Parama Pumanyo Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. And also Ete Jam Sakala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwana Swayam. So Krishna is the original Vishnu. Lord Krishna, being the original Vishnu form, has only one emblem, namely the chakra. He's Chakrapani. And therefore is sometimes called Chakri. The Lord's chakra is a symbol of power. All the power of the universe is in the chakra. The power by which Lord Krishna controls the whole manifestation. The tops of Vishnu temples are marked with the symbol of the chakra, so that people can have a chance to see the symbol of Lord Krishna from a long distance and at once remember Lord Krishna. See how everything is meant to remind us of Lord Krishna. Then, who has not read the verse? Nitirila Gaurangi Mataji, please read verse number 24. It's a very beautiful verse.
ततस्त्वते प्रज्यसुराष्ट्रमृद्धं सौवीरमत्स्यान् कुरुजाङ्गलांश्च कालेन तावद्यमुनामुपेत्य तत्रोद्धवं भागवतं ददर्श. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter he passed through very wealthy provinces like Surat, Sauvira, Matsya, and through western India, known as Guru Jangala. At last he reached the bank of the Yamuna, where he happened to meet Uddhava, the great devotee of the Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Tatra Uddhavam Bhagavatam Dadarsha. He had darshan of Mahabhagavat. Uddhav. Uddhav is Mahabhagavat, a great devotee of Krishna. Sadbhakta Chudamani Uddhav. Why? Because he had darshan of Srimati Radharani. He was the only Yadu who Krishna sent to Vrindavan to meet the Brajvasis and specifically to deliver a handwritten message to the Braj Gopis headed by Srimati Radharani. And because he had heard Radharani, because he had witnessed the devotion and love of Srimati Radharani, Uddhav was the most exalted, most fortunate devotee outside of Vraj. Having darshan of a pure devotee is a very, very great fortune. Therefore, the biography of Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj is called When Good Fortune Arises. When we meet a pure devotee, our good fortune arises. Srila Prabhupada says, there are still many devotees of the Lord lingering in Vrindavan in ecstasy. Srila Prabhupada writes in the previous sentence, from the very beginning of Krishna's appearance, he was at Mathura in the house of his maternal uncle Kamsa, and he was reared by Sri Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya in Vrindavan. And there are still many devotees in Vrindavan who are in ecstasy in search of Krishna and his childhood associates, the gopis. One Babaji, very great Gaudiya sadhu who lives in Varsana, he was saying that when I read Bhakti Ratnakar book of Sri Narhari Chakravarti, and I came to know that Sri Abhiram Thakur had Jai Mangal. What is Jai Mangal? Raise your hand if you know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Satyarupa Mataji, what is Jai Mangal?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It was a whip which he used to make people, convert the people into devotees.
Not devotees, into mad devotees.
Hare Krishna.
He would give ecstasy by touching them with the whip. Very good. Thank you. Yes. When this Babaji Maharaj, Shri Vinod Bihari Baba of Barsana, Pili Pokhar, Shri Vinod Bihari Baba was saying that when he read Shri Narhari Chakravarti's Bhakti Ratnakar and read about Abhiram Thakur having a Jai Mangal whip, which when touched gives Krishna Prem, ecstatic love for Krishna. And Srinivas Acharya received it, so many devotees received it. So he said, I searched so much, somewhere in Bengal, somewhere it must be, this Jai Mangal whip. But I could not find it. So I searched so much, kahin mil jaye Jai Mangal. तो उसके स्पर्श से प्रेम हो जाए, प्रेम प्राप्त हो जाए, कृष्ण प्रेम. So I searched, but I could not find. Hare Krishna. So this is to say, Prabhupada is saying that there are still many devotees of the Lord lingering in ecstasy in Vrindavan who are searching for Krishna and the associates of Krishna, the gopis. What is the verse? What is the verse? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हे राधे व्रज देवी के चललिते, हे नंद सूनो कुतः, श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पाद पतले, कालिंदी वने कुतः, घोषन्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे, खेदैर्महाविह्वलो, वंदे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगौ, Shri Jiva Gopalakau. Prabhupada is saying, in Vrindavan still many devotees are there in ecstasy, searching for Krishna and his associates, the gopis. Hey Radhe, Vraja Devike, where are you? Chalalite, where are you? Hey Nanda Suno, hey Krishna, where are you? They are searching. Are you at Govardhan? Are you at Radhakund? Are you under some Kalpavriksha tree on the banks of Kalindi, Yamuna? They are searching for Krishna. It is not that such devotees meet Krishna face to face in that tract of land, but a devotee is eagerly searching after Krishna is as good as personally seeing Krishna. Are you understanding? Searching for Krishna is as good as finding Krishna, Prabhupada says. In Bhakti, Prabhupada says the means to achieve and the end which is to be achieved is what? Same. Is same. Here we are chanting Hare Krishna, and in Golok Vrindavan, there is chanting of Hare Krishna. Golokera Premadhana, Harinama, Sankirtana. And then finally, Srila Prabhupada quotes in this purport, most beautiful verse from Sri Brahma Samhita, 5.38. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaramachintya guna swarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The devotees are searching for Krishna. Krishna, where are you? Radharani, where are you? Lalita Vishaka, where are you? Rupa Manjari, where are you? Rati Manjari, where are you? Searching, searching. But actually, because they are searching, because they are thinking of Radha Krishna and their associates, they are seeing in the heart. Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. Because eyes are anointed with love. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochana. They are seeing their Sham Sundar in his Achintya Roop, his most beautiful form. Now, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please read text 25.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and it is now.
Dandapur.
Vasudevanucharam prashantam Brahaspate prataktanayam pratitam Alingya ghadam pranayena bhadram Swanam prachad bhagavat prajanam. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then due to his great love and feeling, Vidura embraced him, Uddhava, who was a constant companion of Lord Krishna and formerly a great student of Brihaspati. Vidura then asked him for news of the family of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead.
So Vidur is traveling and he meets Uddhav on the banks of Yamuna. Hare Krishna. After traveling to all the holy places on the banks of Yamuna, he meets Uddhav. And Uddhav is a student of Brihaspati and he's a constant companion of Krishna. Vasudeva Anucharam. He is Vasudeva Anucharam, constant companion of Krishna, and therefore Alingya, Gadham, Pranayena. With love, he embraced Uddhav. Vidur embraced Uddhav. And then inquired about Krishna. Aprichad Bhagavat Prajanam. He inquired about Krishna and Krishna's family. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Vidur was older than Uddhav, like a father, because Vidur belonged to the generation of Dhritarashtra, Pandu. Uddhav bowed down before Vidur because he was younger. And Vidur embraced him because Uddhav was younger like a son. Vidur's brother Pandu was Lord Krishna's uncle because Pandu was married to Kunti, and Kunti is the aunt of Krishna, paternal aunt. And Uddhav was a cousin of Krishna. So Uddhav, Krishna are the same generation and Vidur is a previous generation. According to social custom, therefore, Vidur was to be respected by Uddhav on the level of his father. Uddhav was a great scholar in logic, Nyaya, and he was known to be a son or disciple of Brihaspati, the greatly learned priest and spiritual master of the demigods. Vidur asked Uddhav about welfare of his relatives, although he already knew that they were no longer in the world. He had heard from other people, but he wanted to know the details. This enquiry appears to be very queer, but Srila Jiva Goswami states that the news was shocking to Vidur, who therefore inquired again, due to great curiosity. He was curious to know the details for what happened. Thus, his inquiry was psychological and not practical. So he knew what happened, but he still wanted to know the details. Last verse for today. Who didn't get a chance to read verse? Shama Kishori Mataji, you didn't get a chance to read verse. You can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhupada. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Achit Purano Purusho Svanabhya Padmanuvritya Kila Vitarno Asa Turvyaha Kushalam Vidhaya Krutakshano Kushalam Shuragehe. Translation. Please tell me whether the original personalities of Godhead, who incarnated themselves at the request of Brahma, who is born out of the lotus flower from the Lord, and who have increased the prosperity of the world by elevating everyone, are doing well in the house of Shurasen. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So Vidurji is making this inquiry of Uddhav. Are Krishna and Balram, are they doing well in the house of Shurasen? Lord Krishna and Balram are not two different personalities of Godhead. God is one without a second. Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyam Yanatishtan Nana Avatara Karoda Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhat Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. But he expands himself. Nana Avatar. Ete Shamsa Kalapumsa. He expands in many forms without their being separate from one another. Therefore, they are called Swamsha. And we are called Vibhinnamsha. They are all plenary expansions. The immediate expansion of Lord Krishna is Baladev. I want all of you to note down this point. Remember this point. Krishna's first expansion is Balaram. Prabhupada is saying the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna is Baladev. And Lord Brahma, born from the lotus flower from Sri Garbhodakshay Vishnu, is an expansion of Baladev. But from Balramji comes Mula Sankarshan, and from Mula Sankarshan, all the Purusha avatars come. All the three Purusha avatars, Karanodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, they are all expansions of Mula Sankarshan ultimately. Mula Sankarshan comes from Lord Balram in the spiritual world. This indicates that Krishna and Baladev are not subjected to the regulations of the universe. On the contrary, the whole universe is under their subjugation. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. They appear at the request of Brahma. Nakhalu Gopika Nandano Bhavan Akhila Dehina Mantaratmadre Vikhana Sarthito Vishwaguptaye Sakhaudevan Satvatam Kule. Vikhana Sarthito. Vikhana is Brahmaji. For the sake of Lord Brahma, the gopis are saying, Satvatam Kule. You came in the family of the Yadus. You came in the family of the devotees. You appeared. They appeared at the request of Lord Brahma in the first chapter of the 10th canto. Lord Brahma and all the devatas, they request Krishna to descend. Advent of Lord Krishna. So Krishna appeared, Balram appeared at the request of Brahma to liberate the burden of the world. And they relieved the world by many superhuman activities so that everyone can become happy and prosperous. Srila Prabhupada makes a very important point. Without the grace of Lord Krishna, no one can become happy and prosperous. Because the happiness of the family of the Lord's devotees depends on the happiness of the Lord, Vidur first of all inquired about the well-being of Lord Krishna. If Krishna is pleased, then everybody is pleased. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. So he first inquired about Krishna. Govindam Ādi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So we should remember that the nature of the soul is to be happy. Anandamaya Abhyasa. And one cannot get happiness unless one is with the Ananda Vigraha Krishna. Krishna is Sat Chid Ananda Vigraha. So if we are with Ananda Vigraha, then we will also get Ananda. We are Anandamaya Abhyasat. So we have to be with Krishna. Okay, so I will stop here. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, you mentioned that if we worship idols, I think you said it's a sure short way to go to hell. Why is that?
No. This girl who asked me this question was following another religion. And she said, in our religion, it is said that those who do idol worship, they will go to hell. They will burn in hell forever. So she was asking, are you not afraid? Have you not read our book? I said, I'm not afraid because I understand your book. But you don't understand, that's why you're afraid. I said, we are not doing idol worship. We are doing deity worship. She said, these murtis, these Gaurnitai murtis, that in the house program where I was, they had Gaurnitai deities. She said, these Gaurnitai deities, they are made by a man. Their eyes, their lips, their hands, their feet are made by a man. How can God be something that is made by man? God is the maker of man, not other way around. That cannot be God. I said, who is God then? She said, God is all powerful. God is the original person. Or God is the original. He's the all powerful, all controller. So I said, if God is all powerful, why God cannot appear in a statue when a pure devotee prays? That I want to serve you, I want to feed you, I want to bathe you, I want to dress you, I want to see you with these eyes, I want to bow down to you. This statue has been made based on your descriptions in the Shastra. Can you please appear in this form so I can serve you, so you can receive my service? So I said, you are contradicting your own definition of God. You said God is omnipotent, all powerful. And then you are saying God cannot appear in a statue. That means you are limiting God, the power of God, that there is something he's incapable of doing. Oh, that makes sense. So she was convinced like that. So she was a Anya Dharmavalambi. She was not a Hindu.
But is it true, Prabhuji, that if someone is worshipping an idol, they may not have the understanding of a deity worship. Is it true that they'll go to hell?
Well,
they are doing it sincerely with faith, although it may not be an actual deity.
No, see, faith. Faith means, what is the technical word in Sanskrit?
Shraddha.
What is Shraddha's definition? Shraddha shabde vishwas koile sudrida nischay Krishna bhakti koile sarva karma krita hoy. Shraddha means Krishna. We cannot have Shraddha in the prime minister. We cannot have Shraddha in a dictator. We cannot have Shraddha in a demigod. We cannot have Shraddha in nature. Shraddha word, Shraddha shabde. What is the definition? Paribhasha. Shraddha means faith in Krishna. Shraddha means having full confidence that by serving Krishna, everything will be achieved. Krishna bhakti kaila sarva karma krit hoy. That is Shraddha. So we cannot say that the people engaging in worshipping some stone or some weird structure and making a little makeshift covering over it and worshipping, bowing down, they have Shraddha. Because according to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shraddha means faith in Krishna. So they are doing idol worship and they will go to hell not for doing idol worship, but they will suffer because of not worshipping Krishna. Ahami sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvenatas chavantite. They will fall down because of not worshipping Krishna. Like that. So that's why these scriptures were written 2000, 1500 years ago. And they are meant for people who were living in certain areas, tribes who were quite uncivilized, and they were doing all this idol worship. So to discourage them, they were told, don't do idol worship. in our Shastra, don't do idol worship is not so much emphasized because we are given something positive. So if a patient comes to me who is smoking 1 pack of cigarettes every day, my instruction will be, you need to quit. I will counsel him. I will counsel the patient about quitting cigarettes. 20 minutes I spend with the patient, I will tell him how he should quit cigarettes. Another patient comes who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, is a triathlon athlete, and he comes to me how to, stay healthy and get some advice. Then I will counsel him about something positive. That yes, you're doing very good. Just take some vitamin D supplementation. Do something, whatever is relevant for him. Both the patients meet outside in the lobby. Hey, what did the doc say? Oh, he told me I'm doing great. He just told me, take some vitamin D and continue exercising, go to gym every day. What did he tell you? Oh, he was talking about not smoking cigarettes. Both are my patients. I saw them in the same office, but one patient I was talking about quitting cigarettes, other patient I was talking all positive things, that your cholesterol is fine, your blood pressure is fine, everything looks good, continue, take your supplements, continue exercising. Why? Because of the level of their health. So in these scriptures, things like you don't worship idols, otherwise you will go to hell, is mentioned because that is what they were doing. That was their level. So things relevant to them were spoken. Whereas in our eternal scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, the audience is not like that. Vidur is not like that. Vidur is a highly cultured person. Suta Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj are very highly cultured people. So Shukdev Goswami is giving highest instructions to them. So that is the difference. That's why those things are emphasized in those scriptures, because that's what they were doing. But that doesn't apply to us because we are not doing idol worship. We are doing Shri Vigraha Seva.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji, for clarifying. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Last, Nityalila Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Just in continuation to what Mataji was talking. So, Prabhuji, certain people, due to whatever their understanding and learning, they are offending Lord Krishna sometimes, and his, murtis and his appearance, and not taking prasadam, rejecting it. So, do they get the results of it? Because that's what they are taught.
Hare Krishna. So these are not eternal religions. They are naimittic dharma. Based on a certain situation, circumstantial conditions, God's representatives, they come and they teach. So these are naimittic dharmas. They are not nitya dharma. If they are followed at that time properly, when those personalities came who taught those religions, those who followed them properly will make advancement. Like Srila Prabhupada in one purport writes, those who are true followers of Lord Jesus Christ, they go to Brahmalok. My Father in heaven, that is Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma further trains them, and then they all go to the spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada writes like that in the purport. So if someone follows properly, they will be elevated. Unfortunately now, because these are not eternal religions, they are naimittic. Now and the parampara system is not so prominent in them like it is in our culture. So many deviations, so many apasiddhantas, so many editions of their scriptures are taught, and the philosophy and the practice of the philosophy has become so diluted, even corrupted, that I don't know what will happen. Because thou shalt not kill is a principle, but hardly anyone follows it. Hardly anyone follows in the footsteps of the apostles, the 12 apostles, who were so austere, who were brahmacharis. So who is following those principles nowadays? So it's a very difficult situation, and it's very concerning. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, out of compassion, he came and preached and said, you are Muslims, you become better Muslims. You are Christians, you become better Christians. You are Jews, you become better Jews. You are Hindus, you become better Hindus. Prabhupada came to help everyone. Now, what happens to them, that will depend on their practices and their faith. But in Jaiva Dharma, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that to the degree there is Vaishnava Dharma they are following, to that degree they will make advancement. For example, if whatever one is a Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Jew, to the extent they believe that there is one God, to the extent they believe that we are servants of God, to the extent they believe that devotion to God is all important and my eternal duty, to that degree they will make progress. For example, the first commandment is you should love the Lord with all your heart and soul. Now, someone really understands this commandment and follows it. That is Vaishnava Dharma. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the practitioners of different world religions will make advancement to the degree there is Vaishnava Dharma in their practice. Because the true Dharma is only Vaishnava Dharma. There is no other Dharma. Because Dharma means the constitutional nature of the soul. And Jivara Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. So Krishna Dasatva is the true religion. Any world religion, whatever the name is, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Christian, Jews, Judaism, Islam, whatever you name, Sikhism you give, to the degree there is Nitya Dharma, Vaishnava Dharma in that. Vaishnava Dharma means there is God, I am servant of God, and my eternal duty is to serve God. If these three principles are there, that is Vaishnavism. To the degree they are following this, to that degree they will make advancement. Now, if someone says, I will do this and I will enjoy with so many girls in Jannat, where is the Vaishnava Dharma in that? If someone says that the God has given all this for me to enjoy in this world, people say, why you want to become brahmachari? Krishna has given, God has given that to enjoy. They say like that. My Guru Maharaj was actually challenged in the university program by a female professor. You being a celibate monk is an insult to God. It's an offense to God. Because God has created this material sense enjoyment for us to enjoy, human beings to enjoy, and you are rejecting a gift of God. So you are an offender to God. And Srila Radhana Maharaj replied, then why were the 12 apostles brahmacharis? Why was Jesus Christ brahmachari? Are you saying that Jesus Christ is an offender? Are you saying the apostles are offenders? So then she had nothing to say. So to the degree there is Vaishnava Dharma, in whatever you are following, to that degree they will make advancement. So it's between them and God.
Thank you. There is one person, Prabhuji, there is one person, Dr. Muhammad Firoz. He just took initiation when my Guru Maharaj came, and he became Madhav Nimai Das. And he is a professor in Alabama, PhD. So people are his PhD, and he comes to Atlanta often, and I spoke to him. So
amazing.
Yes.
Jai Gaur Bhakta ki jai, Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj ki jai. Amazing. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that. Okay, so we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaur.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so